hardest part about being successful is actually achieving your dreams and your goals, at least partially. Let me explain though. It's procrastination. You can work so hard towards a goal. It's so easy to work so hard when you're in a shitty spot. But once you work for a certain amount of time, you start seeing actual results. Maybe not 100% of what you're going for, but about maybe 20, 30, 40, 50. You become complacent. You become comfortable. You get a false sense of achievement, a false sense of safeness just from that little bit of achievement compared to what you really could achieve. And that'll cause you to procrastinate. That'll cause you to slow down, not work as hard. And I myself fall victim to that. I started a barber business and I'm out of college because I found myself in a spot where I didn't have money. I was getting to a point where I was damn near gonna have to drop out of college because I couldn't afford it. And over the span of one semester, 2 semesters, I was doing cuts every day. I was posting cuts every day on my Instagram, on Snapchat, on the school Snapchat story. And within one semester, I went from averaging maybe 2-3 clients a week to 20 to 30 clients a week. I went from averaging maybe $100 a week to over $1,000 a week. And with that, I felt an ounce of success. I felt a taste of success. And especially to a kid fresh out of high school, you don't have no super bills. All you're paying for really is school, maybe food. I pay for my core. $1,000 a week, 1,000 to 1,500 a week. Nigga, I felt like I was fucking King Tut. I'm not gonna lie. I felt rich as hell. And that let me, I went on vacations, I bought expensive stuff, but that also put me in a spot to where I had this false sense of safety, I had this false sense of comfortability, feeling like I already made it, when my goal was never to make $1,500 a week. That's decent. That's better than most people, grown adults my age, let alone I was doing that at 19 years old, 19, 20 years old. But my goals are way bigger than that. I'm trying to be a billionaire. I'm not trying to be a nigga making a regular wage. And just because I did that myself, I felt a false sense of security. And because of that, that led me, I slowed down on the posting. I slowed down promotion. I started building almost a false ego from it, and it really hindered me. And the barbershop is still doing great now, but it's definitely not as great as when I was completely grinding 100% every day. Like, I was still hungry. And right now, I can say right now, I'm trying to find that hunger back. And I can say content creation is a big reason that I found my hunger back, because it was the same thing with my clothing brand. My clothing brand started doing good, so I eased up on it. I used to post on this shit every day. I used to do a drop every other month. I barely do a drop, 2 drops a year. And it's like comfortability. And it's, you have to get to a point where you rewire your mind, even though you have achieved maybe a 4th of your goals, a 10th of your goals, you still gotta hate it, bro. Like, the only way you can work as hard as you need to achieve greatness, you have to hate where you're at. But the hardest part is once you start achieving stuff, you start to realize, maybe I don't hate my life. Maybe I don't hate the situation I'm in. This is pretty nice. I make decent money. I got a pretty girlfriend. I got a nice car. I got nice things. I can take care of myself. I got foods. I look good. I'm healthy. But you gotta remember what you're going for. You gotta remember what you're working for. And with that, I say the winter break is over. It is now Saturday, January 17th, 2026. I'm in San Francisco, California. I'm flying back to DC tomorrow on Sunday. And with that, Sunday marks the start. It's the start of being serious. It's the start of working daily. It's the start of really working like I hate where I'm at and like I'm trying to change the world. Because I'm not gonna lie, the past month, I've been shirking. I was on it during November and being viral, but towards the end, some things happened in my personal life that really fucked me up mentally. And maybe I'll talk about that later, but that's not the topic for this video. I'm not trying to get too dark and mysterious on y'all niggas. But I don't know, man. We're working. From this point on, like, I've been very jokey, very happy-go-lucky, very surface level. But come tomorrow, we're going back into the trenches, nigga. And I'm telling you, by this summer, bro, by this summer, nigga, yeah, we popping it. But I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit. Make sure you stay focused on your grind phase. Stay focused on your craft. Even when you start seeing success, do not get comfortable. Do not get complacent. That's the enemy trying to take away what God is trying to give you. God gave you the blessing and the mind and the dream that you have and the ability to complete it. The devil will put these worldly things like money and drugs and sex and cars and all that in your face to think that you've achieved it when God has a higher purpose for you. You cannot forget that you got to stay locked in. You got to stay focused. Keep working. I promise you it will work out. But that's all I got to say. See y'all tomorrow.